and I'm thrilled. Stunning. Raine, oh my god. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. So for today's eye look, I wanted to do something green. I don't know why. I feel like I don't wear green eyeshadow a lot. I did pick my makeup look before I picked my shirt. Do you guys pick your outfit first and then match your makeup to your outfit, or do you pick your makeup first and then match your outfit to your makeup? Please let me know. That's very interesting to me, but that's not what this video is about. No, you didn't click on this video to hear how I coordinate my outfits with my makeup, and if you did, that's very kind. Thank you. You clicked on this video because you want to hear all about every makeup item that I have brought in the summer of 2020. Last year, I made a video talking about my summer 2019 favorites, and I don't use any of that stuff anymore. And then I was looking back at other videos of mine, and I realized that this summer I have effectively replaced every single item in my makeup collection. Like, my makeup routine uses completely different products than I was using even just a few short months ago back in April. So I figured I should let you guys in on what I've been using. Of course, some of these products I will have spoken about before, and if I do have a video all about that product, then I will try to just skip through it quickly and refer you to the video, as not to be too repetitive in this video. I want to keep it as fun and fast and exciting as possible. So if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching. It's coming at you right now. Okay, so I pride myself on this channel as being pretty anti-consumerist. I'm not easily convinced into buying something. I've been doing more anti-hauls lately. You know, I love that type of content. However, I bought an obscene amount of makeup this summer, and I'm gonna chalk a lot of that up to us being in quarantine, to us living in a very, what do people always call it? Living in a very unprecedented times, you know, living through a global pandemic. So I didn't leave my house a lot, and therefore I didn't spend a lot of money on like going out and doing things and traveling, so I spent all of my money on makeup. But lucky for you guys, most of the makeup on this list is drugstore or very drugstore adjacent and affordable. So let's just hop right into it. I have it broken down by category here. So let's start with eyeshadow palettes. So I was actually very good this summer. I only bought 3 eyeshadow palettes. I only bought 3 eyeshadow palettes. I know. This one is the Mented Everyday eyeshadow palette. I do have a video trying and testing this, which I'll link down below, but it looks like just a very basic neutral eyeshadow palette, but this is one of the best formulas I've ever used, especially when it comes to the mattes. They're so buttery. You will see a lot of kickback in the pan, but that is just because they blend effortlessly, and the shimmers are so creamy and so good. This has been such a great addition to my collection, and although I haven't worn it a lot this summer, that's really just because, like, come on, these are fall tones. You better bet your bottom dollar that you are gonna see me wearing this a lot more in the coming months once it gets to be fall, but this was definitely a great add to my makeup collection this summer. Alright, so I also bought the by Melolops Radioactive eyeshadow palette, which I talk about all the time because I love it so much. I have a whole video on this. Literally wear this palette every single day. I'm actually wearing these 2 shades right now in my crease and on my eye, and then I am wearing this shade Light, which is more of a shimmery shade on my brow bone and on my lower lash line. So this is a fantastic palette. Feel free to watch the full video on this so you can really see me trying everything out. Do I do swatches in that video? I do. There's swatches in that video, so that's really fun too. But this palette from by Melolops was a great addition to my makeup collection this summer. Okay, and the last palette I don't have a video on yet, but I plan on having a video on, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. It's the Virgo palette from Zodiac Cosmetics. I'm a Virgo, in case you didn't know. I love it so much so far. Again, I don't want to give too much away because I am gonna have a video where I try a bunch of Virgo makeup, so subscribe so you don't miss it when it comes out in a couple weeks. But I will be talking more about this palette there, because even just the packaging, oh my god, the packaging has me so distracted. And then the outside packaging is, look at her, she's so glamorous. I've been enjoying this palette a lot lately, but definitely subscribe so you can see a full review on this in the near future. Okay, so those are all of the eyeshadow palettes that I got this summer. I did want to quickly mention a couple of single shadows slash liquid shadows. So I have this one from the Lip Bar. This is their Jetsetter liquid eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. I do have a full video reviewing this, so I won't talk about it for too long, but like this purple is such an interesting purple because it looks like, you know, a basic shimmery purple in the packaging, but when it hits the light, it has so many different reflex in it. There's blue, there's gold, there's silver. A lot of companies are coming out with liquid shadows right now, like Natasha Denona just came out with a $28 liquid shadow, which is like, oh my god. But this one is only $12, so I feel like this is a great affordable option. You know, the lip bar is starting to be carried in Target, which is great, makes it a little more accessible. You can also buy from them online. They are a black-owned brand, which is awesome. So I am definitely a big fan of this liquid shadow from the lip bar, and I'm thrilled to have it in my collection. One more single shadow. This one from Colored Raine is stunning. And then this single shadow from Colored Raine, I broke it. I just tried to talk about this single shadow from Colored Raine twice. It's really beautiful. It's called Happy Days. I broke it because I dropped it on the ground. It's very beautiful. It's very iridescent. I literally cannot believe that I just broke one of my favorite single shadows, but it is from Colored Raine and I am thrilled to have it in my collection. Great. So that is all of my eyeshadows. Now, moving on to my favorite category of makeup. Do you have any guesses? What could it be? It's eyeliner, duh. Okay, so I bought quite a bit of eyeliner this summer to literally no one's surprise. I've gotten very into graphic liner over the last couple months. I bought my by Melolops Radioactive water liners in April, I think, and then I just haven't stopped buying water activated liners since because they're great. And I got these ones this summer. They're the Be Elegant Cosmetics Sweet Treats Pastel Liners. Naturally, I have a whole video on them, so I won't speak too long, but pastel liners were a fantastic addition to my makeup collection. Don't underestimate the power of a pastel liner. You don't always have to wear like a full-on pastel look with them. I find that the pastel colors complement neon colors super well, and I've been creating a lot of neon looks with these lately. I don't know, I'm never not inspired by these pastel liners, and they are a great addition to my collection this summer. Be Elegant Cosmetics is also a black-owned indie brand, so that is great. We love supporting indie brands on this channel, and yeah, I'm a big fan of these. Okay, so the other water-activated liners I got this summer are from Be Taylor Beauty. I talked about them in 2 videos last week, so all I am going to say is that this palette is fantastic, and I am thrilled to have primary colors in my water-activated liners collection, because even though primary colors might not seem as exciting as neon or pastel, they are so essential, and they have given me so many more options with my makeup looks, so I am a huge fan of these. Be Taylor Beauty, fantastic brand. I love them so much. Okay, and this next item is not eyeliners, but they are eyeliner brushes. They're actually not. They're nail art brushes, but I've been using them as eyeliner brushes. Oh my god, this set is like changed the game for me. Ever since I started using these brushes for my graphic liner looks, people have been complimenting me more on the cleanness to my lines, which has nothing to do with me as a makeup artist and has everything to do with these brushes, because these brushes just make it so easy to get really nice thin lines and to be super precise with your movements. And I feel like when I was using my Suva Beauty brush before, I like so much of the line being straight relied on me having a steady hand, which like I drink a lot of coffee. I rarely ever have a steady hand, but with these brushes, they just make it really easy to glide, and I feel like they're a lot more foolproof. So for anyone who's just getting into water activated liners, I would definitely recommend this brush set. It's only $8, which like is unheard of when it comes to makeup brushes, and you get 5 brushes. I will link it down below for you. Definitely check these out if you've been looking for some graphic liner brushes. Okay, moving on to brow products. Finally, some stuff I haven't talked about on my channel before. So this is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Tint Pen. I wanted to try this because it has a really interesting tip. It looks like it's trying to be one of those like microblading looking tips. I had been wanting to try like a microblading type of brow pen like this for a while. I know Benefit just came out with one like that. Milk came out with one like that. A lot of the bigger brands are starting to come out with microblading type of brow pens, so I wanted to see if I could find a drugstore dupe for you guys, and I'm so sad to report that this pen sucks. I have only had it for a couple of weeks, and it's already, I don't know if you can see, super frayed. It already feels like it's dried out, and you have to push really hard to get anything, and then when you do, it's like, it just looks like that. It looks so bad. This is the darkest color they have, by the way, which I feel like your darkest color should always be black. I don't know why your darkest color is dark brown, but it's not even a good dark brown. It looks kind of purpley on the brows. I would not recommend this product to anyone, as I haven't tried the ones from Benefit or Milk, so I can't vouch to whether or not those are worth it, but definitely don't think you're getting a dupe when you buy this, because it is not even worth the $7 that I paid for it. Okay, and the only other brow product I purchased this summer, it wasn't my first time purchasing it, but I couldn't remember if I liked it or not. It's the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. I was really interested in this the first time I bought it because it has the same shaped brush as the Glossier Boy Brow Gel, and although I wasn't crazy impressed with the Glossier Boy Brow Gel, I did really like the brush shape. This is like a perfect brush shape. Unfortunately, the formula of this is not great. I think kind of like the Glossier Boy Brow, it takes out way too much product. You end up having to wipe off 90% of the product on the side. I have still been using this, but what I do is I add hair wax to it to make it a little waxier, to make the formula a little thicker, because I think the initial Brow Boss Gel formula is too thin to the point where I'm like, it's tinting my brows, but like my brows are already dark. I don't need you to tint my brows. I want you to make my brows look fluffier. I want you to make them look fuller. And this product alone does not do that. The hair wax does that, so. And like, I know this is only $6 or $7 or whatever I paid for it, but I do prefer my e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel, and that one I believe is even a little cheaper and more accessible because you can get it in the drugstore. So I definitely will not be repurchasing my ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. Okay, mascara. The only mascara I have purchased this summer is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. Look at the description box of any of my videos. It's the only mascara I've been wearing. I have repurchased this multiple times. It is fantastic. I have surpassed the need for any other mascaras because this one is volumizing, it's lengthening, it's thickening. There's a reason that the Essence Lash Princess Mascara is a cult favorite, and if you haven't tried it yet, it's only $4.99. I highly recommend you try it out because I love it so much. Okay, let's move on to foundation. I only purchased one foundation this summer, and it was a pricier item. I have never spent this much money on a foundation before, but I would say this one is absolutely worth it. It is the one I'm wearing today. It's the Milk Flex Foundation Stick Foundation. This is fantastic. It's so emollient, which is why I like it so much. I had tried stick foundations in the past and found that they were very drying and that they just cling to my dry patches, made my skin look covered but very cakey, whereas this one is not cakey at all. It is, like I said, super emollient. It literally feels like I'm just wearing moisturizer. I love how lightweight it feels. I love that I don't feel it on my skin after I put it on, and yet she's giving me coverage. Like, you would have no idea that I'm actually very red on this part of my face because this covers it very well. I would say it's a medium buildable coverage, which is fantastic. I normally go for a light coverage foundation on my day-to-day, but on days where I want to look a little more covered but I still want my skin to look like skin, this has been great. I do have a video trying this for the first time if you want to see me apply it and all of that jazz, so I will link that down below, but the Milk Flex Foundation Stick was a great addition to my makeup collection this summer. Alright, moving on to bronzers. I would have to say that 2020 has been the summer of bronzer for me. I've never purchased so many bronzers before, and it's funny because bronzer used to be like my least favorite step of my makeup routine because all the bronzers I had used in the past just pulled really orange on me, and I was like, ugh, I'm not even gonna bronze. I used to just skip bronzer altogether, but no longer because I have discovered 3 great bronzers this summer. And the first one is from the Lip Bar, which I mentioned them earlier when I talked about their liquid shadow, but they also have this Fresh Glow blush and bronzer duo. I have the lightest shade, which is called Travel Bug. I love this bronzer because it's super easy to blend. Also the color. I feel like when it comes to bronzer, color is the most important thing. This bronzer does not pull orange on me at all, and it's super buildable, super easy to blend. It has a hint of shimmer in it, but you honestly don't even see it on the cheeks. I think it's just to give it a little depth. And also, check this out. It's got a blush right there too. I think this is so cool. And then if you do it one more time, there's a mirror here. Oh, how fun. But the blush is really great. I am wearing it today. I prefer to use it as a blush topper because it is a very shimmery blush. They actually refer to it as a blush highlighter, and they advise using it as kind of like a blush highlight all in one. I'm not wearing any highlight today. I am only wearing this as my highlight, and I still feel like my cheeks are giving you so much glow. So I am a huge fan of this bronzer and blush duo from the Lip Bar. Okay, another fantastic bronzer that I got this summer comes in in the Dawn palette from Midas Cosmetics in collaboration with Neon MUA. I have a whole video reviewing this. I'm just gonna say right now, this bronzer does not pull orange on me, and that is fantastic. Also, there's a powder contour in here. I had never used a powder contour before. I didn't even know that I needed a powder contour in my life, but I did, and I'm so happy that I have this one because these colors are all super great. I am wearing the blush in this palette today. I did top it with that blush topper from the lip bar, but this blush is a fantastic tone, super, super beautiful, literally goes with any look. I have worn it with warm tone, cool tone, neutral tones. It's a beautiful blush. I love it so much. This highlighter is everything to me. This is my favorite powder highlight that I have ever used. It gives me ColourPop Super Shock highlight vibes, except way, way better, way less drying. This whole palette was such a great addition to my makeup collection this summer, and I'm so happy to have it in my life. Okay, now moving on to my last bronzer I have to talk about, and I believe my most recent purchase in all of this. Yeah, I think it's my most recent purchase. It's the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Glow. This is not a new release by any means. I've been eyeing these for a while. I heard people say they really liked the Milani Baked Bronzer formula, and I love the Milani Baked Blush formula, so I figured it must be a winner, and wow, it is a winner. You look at it and initially it's very jarring because it's very sparkly looking. I mean, you can see it has marbled gold in it. You're like, no way this is gonna look good as a bronzer. It's gonna look way too shiny and way too glittery, but you tell me. I'm wearing it today and I don't see any glitter on my face. I was really impressed with this Milani Baked Bronzer. I also love how huge it is. This is the biggest bronzer I have, and I don't know, something about a big bronzer just makes me feel some type of way. So I would definitely recommend trying this out if you had been thinking about it before, and I'm so thrilled to have it in my collection. Okay, so moving on to blush. I know I talked about a couple of blushes in the palettes and in the lip bar thing, so the only single blush that I have bought this summer is from Honest Beauty. It's not my first time using the Honest Beauty cream blush formula. It was actually, that was the only thing in my summer favorites last year that I still use, but I wanted to get a new shade. The shade is called Plumberry, and it is so beautiful. I just know this is gonna be a go-to fall blush for me. I've tried wearing it a couple times. I will say it's not a summer blush. Like, it does not look great with my more bright colored looks. I feel like this is gonna be a good blush for when I'm wearing a very neutral eye look and I wanna play up my cheeks a little bit because it's super, super pretty. But when I wear it on like light makeup days, it just kind of makes me look like my cheeks are extra red, which I guess is what blush is intended to do all of the time anyways. I don't know, I just feel like this is gonna be a really good blush for more neutral looks, and I'm very excited that I have it. It also smells like berries. The shade is called Plumberry and it smells like plums and berries. So I'm a big fan of that, and I love the Honest cream blush formula. It's so, so good. If you've been wanting to try a cream blush, but you're a little nervous, this one is foolproof. The more you go over it with the fingers, the more product you can take away. It's really difficult to overdo this blush formula, and I love it so much. Okay, so moving on to highlight. I know we talked about a couple highlights already in various palettes, but the highlight that I am in love with and I got this summer is from Milk Makeup. It is their holographic highlighter stick in the shade Mars. Is it holographic? No. Makeup products that claim to be holographic are rarely ever actually holographic, I find, but this is a beautiful iridescent pink shade. Actually, since I'm not wearing any highlight right now, I'm gonna put a little on because it's just so nice. You see there's like a hint of pink, but it's not like a bright colorful highlight because I don't like bright colorful highlights. I want like a highlight that just looks like my skin but wet, and I feel like this one still gives me that, but it also gives a little hint of pink, and you know what, it's just a little something fun. This was actually on sale on Milk's website too. These are normally something silly like 20 something dollars, but I got it for $15, so you know, sometimes you gotta shop the sale section and you'll find some real good hidden gems, and this holographic highlighter stick from Milk was definitely a hidden gem. And the only other highlighter that I bought this summer is from e.l.f. It is their liquid highlighter with vitamin E. I bought it because I was doing a best and worst of e.l.f. video and I wanted to try this out, and I really, really loved it. It is super, super dewy, so if you have oily skin you might not love it, but as somebody who is very dry and we are about to be going into some colder weather months, I'm thrilled to have it. I mean, look at it. It's basically like a straight up shimmery oil. It would probably be a really pretty body oil, honestly. Let me try that out. I never wear body highlight, but for a video I will do anything. Let's see, does this give me any shine? Oh, Oh yeah, you saw that. Look at that. That wasn't there before. You heard the news here first, folks. This e.l.f. liquid highlighter with vitamin E makes a fantastic body highlight, but it also looks really pretty on the face. I just would say if you're gonna put it on the face, you should probably have a pretty dry skin type because it does have vitamin E in it, so it's super oily, but I think it's really, really pretty and I like it a lot. Okay, so because I have so many items in my lips category and I already know this video is going to be very long, I'm just gonna tell you about a couple of my favorites that I bought this summer. And if you want to see my full rundown of my favorite lip glosses of all time, I will link that video down below. But let me just tell you about the one I'm wearing right now. Isn't this such a pretty color? It's the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Sorbet. Oh my gosh, I just bought this on a whim because I wanted a more like bright colored gloss. This NYX Butter formula I've spoken about a million times before, but it's such a fantastic, comfortable formula. Super easy to apply. You don't need a lip liner or anything. And these are so cheap. They're like $5 on the NYX website, but they're usually only like $3 to $4 on Amazon. So I tend to always throw one in my cart whenever I'm buying something else on Amazon because they're so good. I mean, can you blame me? I love the butter glosses. These are another one. There's a reason that these are a cult favorite of many because they are so user-friendly and so good. And the only other lip product I will mention, because again, as I said, I have many of them, but this is the ColourPop Luxe Lip Gloss in the shade Tied Up. It is a perfect dupe for the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy, which is why I got it. Because I've been wanting to try the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy, but I wasn't super big on spending $19 on it, so I was looking at the Instagram account Dupe That, and she said that this was a perfect match. She swatched them next to each other. I mean, it was pretty undeniable. They look exactly the same. And having tried the Fenty Gloss Bomb and the original formula, I can vouch that the formulas feel nearly identical. I actually kind of prefer the ColourPop one a little more. I'm so sorry, Fenty. I still love you so much, but the ColourPop one is a little more comfortable. It also doesn't have that kind of gross smell that the Fenty gloss has. Some people like the smell of the Fenty gloss. It's vaguely tropical, but to me, it's just not a smell I want on my lips, whereas this one smells a little more sweet. The packaging on this is better because the Fenty one, I don't know if you can see, it's like every time you close it, it gets gloss out of this crevice here. I don't know, it's probably just a manufacturing issue. This is really old, so maybe they've fixed it since then, but the ColourPop packaging stays a lot cleaner, which I like too. And like I said, I think the formula feels the same, and ColourPop seems to have a dupe for all the colors, so that's great news for our wallets, and I'm thrilled to have it in my collection. All right, I'm gonna talk about two more things, and I promise I'm done. This is my miscellaneous category, and you knew you weren't gonna see a video of me talking about my summer favorites without me talking about the ColourPop QT Mark Freckle Pen. I'm wearing it today. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. I go a little wild with the Freckle Pen. I cannot help myself. I do have a full video reviewing this if you want to watch it, but I mean, it speaks for itself. My freckles are really cute. Is it an extra step in my makeup routine that adds like 5 more minutes? Yes, absolutely. But do I get a ton of serotonin every time I put this on my face? Also, yes. If you're someone who's been wanting to try a faux freckle product, but you didn't want to spend like the 20-something dollars that most of them cost, this one is only $8, and I would say it was absolutely worth the $8, and I'm so thrilled to have it. Okay, so the last item I want to talk about is a lash. They are my Glamnetic lashes. They were sent to me, but I do love them so much, and I'm also not being paid to talk about them. But I love these so much because I've tried magnetic lashes in the past. I've tried the ones from Ardell that clamp together, and as much as I love my Ardell magnetic accents, I have had more than a few occasions where I accidentally pinched my skin in the middle, and that is a pain like no other. And it also makes your lash line swell for a little bit after that, so those can be a little tough. And what I like about the Glamnetic lashes is that they come with a magnetic eyeliner, so you don't have to worry about clamping anything together, and they stick to wherever you put the eyeliner. These are super user friendly. I love this style, Verified. It's like really hooded eye friendly because it's like kind of little in the middle and then it flares out at the end. I just feel like the style looks really good on my eye shape. They also have a Virgo one, which you know I had to get the Virgo kind. These ones are much more subtle. I would say this is their most like natural style, but yeah, I have been really thrilled to have these lashes from Glamnetic in my life, and I have a discount code with them. I'm not clear on whether or not it's affiliate, so if it is, this is me saying that it is, but again, I'm not clear on whether or not it's affiliate, but my discount code is Giovanna. You can use it to save 15% off, and we love a discount, so that's great. All right, and with that, we have reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this this more roundup style video where I talk about a ton of products at once. I feel like that way I can give you a lot of rapid fire reviews, so I can give you a ton of information all at once. Also, like I mentioned many times, a lot of the products I spoke about do have their own dedicated videos, so if I talked about something that you wanted to get some more details on, then definitely check out my description box, because I have a lot of videos on my channel. I make a lot of videos, I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've been on YouTube for like a year and a half now, so I have quite a few videos for you to check out. And while you're at it, why don't you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel? I would love to have you. On Wednesday, I'm gonna be doing a empties video. We're gonna be doing skincare empties, hair care empties, and makeup empties. A little project pan update. That's gonna be another beast of a video, but I think it's gonna be really fun and really informative, which is always my goal with these videos. So I thank you so much for watching. Like I said, check out my description box for links to other videos, and also for a ton of Black Lives Matter resources, including petitions to sign, places to donate, and ways to help protesters. Please make sure that you're staying involved on what is going on in your country and helping in any way that you can. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!